As we all know, the next title from Bleszinksi and his new studio Boski is of course going to be Lawbreakers. Now, when it was first announced, it was of course announced as a free-to-play title, but that is no longer the case, as Cliffy revealed at GDC that plans have changed and there will be a price tag attached after all. Now, before I go into his reasoning as to why they've changed their mind, they haven't actually set a price tag yet, but they did say that it would not be a traditional $60 boxed game. So it doesn't really mean much, it just means it's going to be below $60, so it could be $50 for all we know, or it could be Overwatch pricing, sort of around $40 or so. We just don't know. As for why Cliffy changed his mind, he said, quote, "As the game continued to take shape, we realised free-to-play wasn't the right fit for what we were building. Lawbreakers is a competitive game at heart, and that means balance is a big priority for me, my team, and our community. Using a digital premium model helps ensure an even playing field by giving fans access to every available role without any barriers." Now, Lawbreakers has naturally changed a little since we last saw it. At GDC we saw some new game modes as well as some screenshots, and it's had a bit of a graphical facelift, and Bleszinksi, excuse me, also touched on how Lawbreakers needs to of course stand out from heavyweight competitors, which is why the team over at Boski wants to highlight the game's maturity, which in this case means R-rated violence, because, you know, maturity is a really vacuous word these days and doesn't really mean much, as well as of course its gravity-based gameplay. Some of the other unique features include, quote, "variable gravity effects, unique role-based movement systems, and truly three-dimensional combat realised through grappling blades, reverse blind firing, time dilation, jetpacks, and more." Also, Lawbreakers will be available exclusively on Steam, and for those of you who are attending PAX East, it will be on show there, and there will be some closed testing sessions before launch. So there you have it. It just sounds like, after all, free-to-play was not the right model for this game, and from what he's saying, that's probably right. And to be honest, it might actually benefit the game in a way, because free-to-play has a lot of negative connotations in a lot of people's minds these days, just due to some companies, not all, you know, executing the business model poorly, or just people being really burned out on free-to-play games. There is such a huge flooded market of free-to-play games, and hearing the words free-to-play can often put someone off. They're just, oh, okay, microtransactions, gated content, I have to grind like balls if I don't want to play a load of, you know, if I don't want to pay a load of money or whatever. And that's, you know, that's not a good connotation to have. I mean, it's not everyone feels that way, of course, but some people do, and the reaction to the words free-to-play is more of a, oh, really? At least that's the reaction I've seen, of course. Do feel free to correct me if you disagree. So, yeah. Personally, I'm okay with this decision as long as they get the pricing right, because, well, if they go for Overwatch style pricing and perhaps sell custom skins or, you know, costumes and things like that, like they're doing with Overwatch, I see no problem with that, and it probably would suit this style of game better. And if they want to have a balanced playstyle where you have access to all heroes and whatever from the get-go, this sounds like it was a better fit for this game. But of course, it's hard to say without having played it. I unfortunately will not be at PAX East, so hopefully those of you who are there enjoy the game, and hopefully I'll get my hands on it before too long, but of course we'll have to see. Thank you very much for watching there, guys. I'll see you next time.